Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Well, good morning. Today is Monday, October 24th, and we do have some birthdays today. Well, just one birthday. Today is Ada's birthday, who is Carrie over at Weight Watchers with Carrie. It's her granddaughter. Today's Ada's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ada. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, hope you have a great birthday, Ada. It's also Mary Jane Higgins' anniversary. And Mary Jane, I don't know who your significant other's name is, but it is your anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary. It's also my best friend Kathy's anniversary. You know Kathy. She's only going to watch until she hears her song, and then she's going to be gone. That's just who she is, and I love her all the more for it. But today is her 30th anniversary with her and Rick. Today is their anniversary. So, Kathy, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Okay, you can go now, Kathy. She doesn't watch my videos. But she is subscribed, so I'll give her that. Well, we're on our way to go see Jim at the hospital. Can't wait to see this bill. Let me tell you, they take him down for x-rays every day to check the progress of his obstruction, or whatever it is. So I called them, and they were just getting ready to take him down, so he should be back in his room by the time I get back there. But we have I'm sure all hospitals have that, where you can go on your chart. I'm sure the nurses don't like that, though. But a lot of his blood levels are really low, his red blood count, and not his white blood count. So I think that's kind of encouraging. But his red blood count is down, which is not good either, and his potassium level is down. There's a couple other things that were on the low level. So I'm sure that he's probably going to be hooked up to some extra IV bags when I get there. And then his x-ray from yesterday showed that he still had an obstruction. But the doctor said that could just be scar tissue that's appearing on the x-ray, that they don't know for sure. So they're still checking that out. But anyway, that's it, I guess. We watch so many shows together. I told my son, I'm just going to watch these shows, and when you get home you can watch them, instead of, he's always looking for a home improvement show to watch. So now he'll just be able to catch up on the ones that, I told him just watch it at night, but he's been fortunate that there's been football on to kind of keep him occupied. But he's feeling really well. This morning he said that they gave him mushy foods, as he calls it. They gave him some Jell-O and chicken broth and beef broth. He said the chicken broth was okay, but the beef broth was nasty. And then obviously he ate the Jell-O. So he doesn't know what he's going to have for lunch. But it'd be nice to have him home. Selfish on my part is because I don't like this drive. This 45-minute drive every day is it's just, I don't, I'm doing it, but I don't like it. Let me just put it that way. I'll do it, but I don't like doing it. But I have to remember that, he's not in any danger or anything like that. So I have to, count my blessings, which I do. And I'm thankful that we were able to catch this early enough, whatever it is. And so that's it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't weigh myself this morning because I usually weigh myself on Monday mornings at 10:30. I really do think that it would have been staying the same. I'm leaving before 10:30 to go to the hospital, but I really do think that it would have been the same. I don't see that I would have lost any weight because that's how poorly I was doing the previous week and a half before that. And I didn't weigh myself on Monday. So, and I think I had a gain, or I really can't remember. I do know that even with all of this stress and everything, that I'm not turning to food. I haven't had anything off plan. I've been pretty much within my points, but not really under my points. My calories have been really close to the 1,500 a day. So that's why I don't think I've lost a lot of weight. I might have lost a little bit of weight, but not like a good majority of weight. Because even though I'm eating reasonably well, I'm not getting carry-out food, so I'm making food when I get home. Like yesterday, I just had a bowl of cereal for dinner, but like cereal, that adds up. I mean, it was like 9 points for the cereal and another 5 or 6 points for the milk. I don't like almond milk or oat milk or anything like that. And just my regular 2% milk is like 6 points for a cup. And the cereal is 7, 8, 9 points. But that's how a normal person eats, I think. They just have a bowl of cereal, and I forgot to count the calories on that, though. I am getting a little lax about counting the calories this week. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But I'm very proud of the fact that there's a Starbucks in the lobby at this hospital, and I walk past it and just keep walking. I know I could get like a low point drink. I know I could, but and I did find that one drink that I did like, the iced tea with the what was it? Did it have berries in it or something? I did like it. I really did like it, but I know that I could fall easily back into the track of getting something that's not really point friendly, let me say. So I want to just make sure that I avoid that temptation. So I walk past that. You got to walk past it to get to the elevators. I can't even go a different way because I thought, well, maybe I can just go another way where I'm not going to pass it and not be tempted. No, to get to the elevators that I have to get to, that's the only way to get it, is to get by it. So, but it's another nice day out today, sitting in the hospital. But as long as I know that Jim's going to be okay, that's all I really worry about. Staying on my plan. I don't know that I'm going to even do a highlights this week. Maybe. Thought I was going to do it on Wednesday, but I told you that I have that part-time job as a witness where I go and sign things for the notary public, the notary, and I have to go on Wednesday, and she's picking me up at 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow, hopefully, Jim's going to be getting out of the hospital, so I'll be leaving in the morning to go get him out of the hospital. And then by Thursday, it's just too late in the week, I think. I'll just play it by ear. And then Friday, I have a doctor's appointment in the morning for my thyroid. So I have a feeling that if I do a highlights video, it'll just be to talk about the highlights, but not give you a weigh-in. So I might be doing that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to check and see, because I don't know. I was so glad that Joan did the Cracktober. Oh my gosh, there were so many great recipes yesterday. I printed a lot of them off. So, we'll see how that goes. But it was a good idea. I know they're talking about doing one for November and one for December. I think Joan came up with some good names for Souptember and Cracktober. Now we just got to think of some fancy names for November or December. They're talking about somehow doing a cookie exchange for December, like for how people do cookies. Obviously, we're not going to be able to exchange cookies, but, like a recipe or something. So if you can come up with a cute title or suggestions for some collab that you'd like to see, of some recipe that you might like us to get together with. Now, we did the soups, and we did the crock pot. So maybe a donut for November. November donut. No, November. Nope, that doesn't work. Because I have a couple donut recipes that I really do like. But anyway, I know this is kind of quick and short, and I thought they'd have more to say. Not much going on. Sophia sent me her Christmas list on Amazon, so then I texted Danny and told him to put Sebastian and Oliver. I like that idea because I wanted to get started on my Christmas shopping, because even with Medicare and insurance, I can only imagine how much this is going to be, because Jim's been in the hospital on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday. So it'll be 6 days. You know, they charge you like $3,000 or $4,000 a day, and I'm probably on the low side of that. And then they're going to charge him for all his medications that he's taken. It's going to all add up. It's going to, just around Christmas time, that'll be Jim's Christmas present. Now, I don't know what to get Jim. I bought him a rifle last year, which I didn't realize that it was like a really fancy rifle, because I don't know anything about it. I think I told this story when Denise and I had gone in. It was we still had to wear masks. Masks were required. So I'd gone in with my hoodie on and my mask. I looked like I was going to rob the place. And I started to tell him what kind of gun I wanted, because I knew what kind of gun I wanted to get. But then the guy was asking me some different things about the gun that I didn't know anything about. And so I said, well, let me call my brother-in-law, because he's going to help me with it. And he says, well, are you buying this gun for yourself? And then I made the mistake of saying, no, I'm buying it for my husband for a Christmas present. The guy closed everything up. He says, I'm sorry, I can't help you. It's against the law. You can't. It's called a straw purchase. We can't do that. And I go, you can't? And he said, no, you can't. So I said, well, that's a bummer. He says, well, I'll have to come out. He says, well, just get him a gift certificate, and then he can come in and pick out his own rifle. And I go, no, it's not the same. I don't like opening up a box with a gift certificate that tells me I got to go buy my own gift. I like to see the gift, though the person took the time to think about what they were going to get me. He says, no, I can understand that. But no, we can't do that. We can't, you can't buy the gun. Okay, so I went home, called up my nephew, because he goes hunting with Jim. Asked him all the questions I needed to know. And so he said, he told me everything I had to know. And so I went back a couple of weeks later. They had lifted the mask requirement, so you didn't have to wear a mask if you didn't want to. So I completely changed my appearance. I didn't wear a mask. I wore like Sunday clothes, like type of thing, and went in there knowing what I wanted to get. And so when the guy brought me the rifle out, and he asked me how I liked the feel of it, thankfully I like to watch The Rifleman, stuff like that, cowboy movies when I was younger, because I had a general idea how you're supposed to hold a rifle. And so I put the rifle up like I thought I knew what I was doing. And it was the first and only time in my life I've ever held a gun, because I'm not one of them people that's worried about. I don't have a problem with people having guns, but I have no interest in having a gun. And then it turned out it was a collector's item gun, and all the other men around me were all like, "Oh my gosh, can I try that? Can I hold that?" Blah, blah, blah. So then some other guy said, like I said, well, okay, I'll get this gun, because they didn't know that I didn't know. I figured they really did like the rifle. And so then as the guy was writing it up, another guy came up and he says, well, I'll take one just like that. And he says, well, no, that was the only one back there. And he says, really? And he says, yeah, we don't have any more. I don't know when we're going to get any more back. The guy just looked at me. He says, would you be interested in letting me buy it? And I go, well, I said, no, I already made all the things, did the background check on that. He says, oh, that's a really nice rifle. He's going to really like that rifle. So then Jim fell in love with it, and every time he goes and brings it to the his hunting club where he shoots. He said everybody always wants to see it. And he was there one time, and the guy said, well, where'd you get that rifle? And he said, well, my wife got it for me for Christmas, for a Christmas present. He says, oh, that's really, really nice. Where did she get it from? And he says, well, she got it at Cabela's over here in Chesterfield. He says, oh, so you're the one. She says, what are you talking about? I'm the one. He said, my buddy was going to buy it. He works at that store. When he came in, he really liked it, and he put it on a shelf, put it aside, which I have no fault with that, because when I worked in retail, I would do the same thing. If I saw something I really liked, I would put it aside and put it somewhere where nobody would see it, and then go back and buy it later on, especially if there's only one of a kind of something. And so he says, yeah. And I remembered that, and so then when Jim came home and told me the story, I says, oh, I remember that, because the guy said that he found it on the shelf where it shouldn't have been. So Jim's got a collector's item rifle. Well, that guy's lost. He should have hit it a little bit better. I'm sure the guy that sold it to me probably caught hell, but I think the store only cared that they sold the gun. All right. Another half hour to go and I'll be there. But I'm going to end the video now. I just, once again, if you have any suggestions for a collab or a title that kind of rhymes with November or December, let me know in the comments below. And just let you know that I do appreciate all your prayers for Jim, your thoughts and your prayers. I appreciate it all. I appreciate things in my life more so now. Just makes my I mean, like I said, I always say you could die at any moment. You really could. There's no guarantee that, you know, I'm not guaranteed the next 30 seconds of my life here, but as this guy comes in and tries to go into my lane. But anyway, as I'm getting older, I'm just realizing when I'm going to bed at night that it's inevitable that Jim or I, one of the two of us, is going to be dealing with that. And I got to get that thought out of my head. So I got to end on a happy note. Let me think of a happy note. I got so much in my life to be happy about. It's just, my happy note is that I'm back finally on track, not eating out of stress, still following my, oh buddy, don't. Okay, I'm going to get involved. Okay. He was trying to do a sneak, you know, like when you try to sneak in, and the other guy wasn't letting him. Now they're pacing each other. There's going to be an accident. Road rage. Anyway. So anyway, happy note is I'm not involved in any of that so far. Okay, the guy's getting off at this ramp. Now that's my happy note. The guy's getting off. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.